Being nice is a threat to society. And I know that sounds crazy, and you're really hearing what you're hearing. Just in case you didn't think so, let me say it again. Being nice is a threat to society. You know, with all these things that's going on in the world, right? So imagine if you was just walking around and you've been dealing with your problems at work, you've been dealing with your situations when you ain't at work, and you still smiling. People gonna look at you like, what you smiling for? Ain't nothing to be smiling about. Crazy as that sounds, you consider it a threat because you're not feeling miserable like everybody else. You're not letting your problems get to you like the next man. And you consider a threat to society. And I know that's crazy because people take your kindness for weakness. They don't like people like you because you're too nice all the time. And just think about it. You can be dealing with friendships, you could be dealing with a relationship, and people always say they want this type of things, but they go the other way. They always say they want this and want that, but actions speak louder than words. How y'all doing? Welcome to the family. I got some new merch on spreadshop.com. If y'all want to support me, link is in the bio. Now let's get back to the video. People don't know what they want. They always say they want this, but gravitate towards something else, because when you dealing with friendships, anything, if you nice, you consider it a threat. They're gonna look at you like you weak. And I know it doesn't make sense because they'll say things like, they so nice, they're gonna let me walk all over them like that. They'll just go for that. Which doesn't make no sense, because just because I'm nice, why would you want to walk over somebody that's just nice? I know it's a cold world out there. I ain't saying you ain't got to watch your back, but times are just crazy because you looked at as a threat because you nice. And I thought when we was growing up, we supposed to have manners. We supposed to say thank you. We supposed to say all that. But people don't value that no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's a crazy world out here. They gravitate towards you being mean to them. Just think about it. You might have situations where you had things going on in your life. You got problems in your life. Everybody else got problems in your life. And then your so-called friends want to borrow money from you, and you loan it out. And once you say no, their true colors show. Their true character come out. Now you their enemy now. So they don't even care about your problems and what you got going on in life, but everybody always want to come bother you with their problems because they selfish. They only care about you when it's convenient for them. That's how people are. Because when you too nice, you consider it a threat. They don't like that you could just go on with your life and things don't bother you like that. You know what I'm saying? You always smiling. You always waking up because you're trying to progress in life. You want to be free someday. A lot of y'all want to be financially free. And a lot of y'all probably going through problems and y'all so mad all the time because y'all ain't had a good time in a long time. Y'all been working so many hours at y'all job, y'all don't even know how to just have fun anymore. A lot of y'all say that, like, man, we got bills. That's true. Everybody got bills. But in situations in life like this, with so much going on in this world, and it's just changing by the second, it's like you need to just do things to just escape reality. That's why I always mention the good times, just to escape reality, because sometimes we gotta reminisce, because things just don't seem real no more. Because I always had that debate with my nephew, because we always talk about wrestling. So let me talk about wrestling. I used to have it on Nintendo 64. It was a wrestling game called WrestleMania. So we always debate about, do you think wrestling is real or do you think wrestling is fake? Would you still watch it even if you thought it was fake just for entertainment, or you think it's real? And just in general, let me mention that I used to watch wrestling. My favorite wrestler was Stone Cold Steve Austin. I like his whole swag because Stone Cold, he was my dog. Now his favorite wrestler was The Rock. So let me know in the comments, do y'all think wrestling is real or do y'all think it's fake? Because we debate about that all the time, because nothing seems real no more. Because this world is just crazy. And it's just like, people just don't make no sense. People don't value morals. They don't value common courtesy. They don't value nothing in life. Now, I ain't saying you just got to be mean all the time, but sometimes you just got to know your limit, because people will take advantage of you because you consider it a threat. And I know it don't make no sense to you or me both. And it's just crazy. Now, I know it's a cold world out here. Like I was saying in my previous videos, people are evil. But sometimes you just want to escape reality because your friends and family ain't really there for you like you think they are. And I know you've been being nice to them for so long. And now, when you don't get into feeding into their nonsense and getting into their problems, and you living without a care, now you tripping. But when you was feeding into their problems, putting your problems on hold for their problems and living your life for your life, and then they start taking advantage of you, taking your kindness for weakness, they look at you like you a sucker. And that's crazy to me. They shouldn't look at you like you a sucker. They should value you. But people don't value nice people because you considered a threat. You just walking around all day and you smiling. Think about it. People want to argue with you. People want to debate with you. But when you don't give them that same energy, they're going to be mad in the mud. They're going to hate that you can't debate back with them or argue back with them because you're a threat. Don't let nobody stop your joy because that's what people do. Even at your job, your workers try to keep something going. But if you don't engage back, they mad in the mud because people like drama. People like to argue. When you don't do that, you're a threat. So in reality, that's my message that I want to share to y'all because that's why we always try to keep the peace over here. My YouTube family, I love y'all, man. And I'm going to just keep bringing y'all some good videos and we just going to have some good times, you know? And that's how it's supposed to go. Because there's so much going on in the world, we just don't know what to think anymore. And how is being nice is becoming a threat to society? It doesn't make sense. It just don't. But people have been taking your kindness for weakness too long. Now it's time for you to just stand up. I ain't saying you could be mean now. You could just be more firm. That's what I'm going to call it. You could be more firm now. And watch, once you be more firm, people going to think you tripping. And I don't understand that. When you being nice to somebody, people do not appreciate it. They take your kindness for weakness. They push you away. But once you start being like you ain't caring about that situation no more, people gravitate towards you better. It's just backwards. So when I was nice, you wanted to walk all over me. Now I ain't nice no more, you think. Now you just can't leave me alone. Now you blowing up my phone and I want you to get up out of here. That's how I go. Just think about it. You being nice to somebody, they pushing you away. Now you don't even care no more. Now they doing everything to get your attention. They blowing up your phone. They doing all that. Now you ain't answering your phone. Now you tripping. You not tripping. You just not about to be around that negative energy because you consider a threat once you nice. And that's all I be wanting to say to y'all because it's just crazy out here. And we don't know when it's going to get better. We don't know when the situation is going to change. But you still got to wake up every day and keep telling yourself, I can do this. I can do this. That's what I tell myself every day. I wake up every day and say, I can do this. I can do this. Because if I don't, I'm going to keep being stuck in the same predicament. And if y'all want to get out y'all predicaments, y'all work for us, y'all want to be financially free, I know that's y'all dream, but you got to put in the work. And you got to get up and smile every day and be nice and become a threat to society because you're different. People don't like different. They want you to be stuck in the same thing like them. And you got better things in your life. You ain't got time to just be mean all the time to everybody. You don't. Now I ain't saying just be a pushover, because you going to start interpreting when people just try to take your kindness from weakness. You going to know. And it's up to you how you want to handle the situation. But they don't like that though. Yeah, and it's just hard to deal with because with so much going on in this world, you have to try to do things and reminisce to just escape reality sometimes because something got to keep you going every day. You know what I'm saying? Because if you let situations get to you, it's like you're going to start feeling defeated. And you don't want to feel defeated because there's just so much going on. And that's just the topic that I wanted to address to y'all because it just seems backwards now. Like, nothing makes sense no more. Things just seem like it's just not normal. And I know it's crazy that things in life can go like that, but you're experiencing what you're experiencing. And that's just hard to cope with right now. all the pain that you're going through, but you still get up and smile. It takes courage for you to still get up and smile. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all was giving me some good ways to how y'all deal with what's going on in the world. Y'all spend time with y'all dog. Y'all listen to music. A lot of y'all be leaving songs on my videos. I'm an artist too. So I'm going to just set up a playlist for y'all. So I'm going to start posting on my community tab. We're going to make a Spotify playlist and we're going to put your song on there. And you can pick any song you want to put on there. It's just music. I look at it like it's art. And then we're going to put it together. We can do Apple or we can do Spotify. Let me know what's y'all favorite streaming service and we're going to put it together. We're going to put all our songs together. And let me know what song y'all want to put on there. And I'm going to show y'all where the playlist at. And that's the cool part. Y'all can listen to the type of music I like. Because I like all types of music. And if you see some songs on that playlist that you be like, what? I didn't even know you like that song. Let me know. So that's my end of the video. I'm going to talk to y'all in a minute. See y'all later. Peace.